Good afternoon and welcome to the live show with GoPro in hand, and I'm going to boot it up and I am going to film for the weekly vlog. If you haven't watched it, why not? The people that are already on here. Not the GoPro focus, but we've got, let's have a look. Can I get the mouse to work? There we are. 2, Pauper, Shield 400, Seago EUC Z10, Arthur Mao, Zinam, can never pronounce your name properly, David Mitchell, Paul R. Yeah, there we are. That's what we're having on there. That's the names I'm putting up. Not listing everybody. Which is literally just for like, look at this. I got the old hat on. My head must have grown because it's not fitting on there anymore. So, maybe more hair. Who knows? But welcome everybody to the live show. We've got, let's have a look. Hi guys, Poppy's M103 is on 861 miles and my Z10 is on 2,496 miles. Lovely weather here in Chichester. It is really nice weather outside. I can't see that because we've got the windows covered in carpet to deaden the sound. Great, isn't it? Hi Ian, hi team, and Mario. Let's have another look. So actually this week we're on a standalone router, which, if you're following the vlog series, was at Escape, the shop, but it is no longer. We got wired super fast broadband and I've brought that router back here and I'll be using that instead. This week I have 2 biscuits. So thank you, Magic Hand. Chocolate digestives gifted to us, delivered to the door, bulk buy of digestive biscuits. That's on the weekly vlog as well. So thank you very much for the donation. But yeah, cup of tea. Given the recent FUD, I'm super worried about my V8 catching fires in my trunk or anywhere in my house. Oh, hello. Should I be concerned of Sherman catching fire? I wouldn't have thought so. We've had no fires on any wheels that we've ever sold since 2014. So, yeah. But you should always take correct precautions. Got biscuit crumbs everywhere. Brilliant. So you wouldn't want to do something crazy like start charging your wheels, you know, with the charger sat on a blanket or something, or wrapped up in a nice snuggly blanket on the floor or on carpet and things like that. I tend to put my chargers on tiles. Or, if you haven't got tiles, you can place them on the foot plate. That's what I do. It keeps them off the ground, keeps everything nice and cool. There we go. That's what I do. Good afternoon all, says Andre. Love the hat. Thank you very much. Bogdan V10F 11,000 kilometers. That is quite a lot. Yeah. I have 300 miles on my 16X. Kind of want to upgrade to a Sherman or a Monster. Which Monster? Monster Pro? Or a different Monster? Tonight, oh my goodness, I've got crumbs everywhere. This is really bad. They're all over the new M1. How bad's that? Maris, your fault. If you hadn't got me a cup of tea, I wouldn't be having biscuits. There we are, kind of sorted out. Good afternoon, everyone. Monster Pro, he says. Yes, I am riding the Monster Pro this evening. I will be. It's nice weather. So I'm going to be going out on the Monster Pro. Hopefully, all being well. Still doing the range test on that, so.
Can you make the live chat a bit bigger?
Can I make the live chat a bit bigger?
Like wider.
Like wider or actually wider?
Yes. Yeah, that's good.
That's good, is it?
But that's too much.
It's too much. Don't blow the dust into your cup. I won't. But it has to be said, it is not dust. It's biscuit dust. So that's only a good thing, really, because it's like chocolate and stuff like that. So Ralph got my girlfriend her first wheel, a V8F. Do I need to unlock the speed like King Song? Should arrive today. Yes. Well, do you need to? No. Is it restricted when you get it? As far as I know, it is, yes. I think it's restricted down to, I don't know, 14, 16, something like that. And you can open it up, basically. You're getting a little warning thing come up on the app. So yeah, log in with the app, see what it's set to. I wouldn't do it immediately, to be fair. I would let her ride it, get used to it, and see how it feels. Sliders and Gliders says keeping it wheel. 16X is the best wheel. Is that an M1 with 16 gig memory or 8? 8 as far as I know. It's got to be 8 because whatever they are, they're grand. 8 gig of RAM, yeah. MacBook Air M1 chip, Apple M1, 8 gig. Serial number C. Won't read that out. Any videos of the week this week? The wife loves that feature. Mario, have we been sent any videos this week? No. We have been sent 0 viewers videos. Wrong way used to send videos in, didn't he? Yeah. Wrong way if you're watching. Why haven't you sent more videos in? 16X, almost the best wheel. Lol, under 30 miles per hour. Biscuits. This is the email address on the screen now. As you can see, it's info@sampson.media. Send it to that email there. A link, no more than 1 minute long. So a minute in length, no copyright music. Because that is annoying. Biscuits are dipping in tea, says David Mitchell from Would I Lie to You. Here we go. You're right though. That's melted all the lovely chocolate on top. That's actually really nice. No videos as the rain has been keeping the trails wet, which would be more entertaining videos, wouldn't it? A lot more entertaining. Is King Song going to come out with an 18XL refresh? Seems due. I have no idea. I suppose they could do. They could do. Is it due? It probably is, to be fair. The S18 is no 18XL, is it? Hasn't got the battery capacity, so yeah. Yeah, I suppose I would go along with that. I think they got them out. Maybe a big chunky tyre on it, a knobbly. Put a knobbly tyre on it. Beef up the sides a bit so they don't come apart in a crash. That would be pretty good. I recorded a video, but in portrait. Managed to fall off 2. Well, send it in, and then we can... What?
I'll fix it.
Send it in, and Mario will fix it. Well, not you or the wheel, or the portrait bit, but he'll put something in the background to make it look less portraity, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. See? Wasn't the 16X and 18XL a redo? No, not really. 2 different wheels. One's 16, one's 18, and they still do the 18XL and L, I think, at the same time. Which EUC company has most of the market? Interesting. Wow, wouldn't like to really guess. Probably... Well, man, sure it's going to be close between Gotway and... Wow. Yeah, I suppose across, because it depends how many years they've been operating, but Veteran have done really well, haven't they? They hit the ground running with the Sherman. They sold a ridiculous amount of Shermans. But otherwise, it's got to be between Gotway and Kingston, isn't it? It's hard to tell. It depends which markets you're talking about. Are you talking about in the EU? I wouldn't know what they're selling most of in China. Sliders and Gliders says, I hope King Song comes out with a 100-volt wheel that will go 45 miles an hour. What they should do, someone's come out a wheel, it's 200 volts and does 100 miles an hour. That way, that's it, innit? You've done it. How fast do you ride, Mario? If you had a wheel that could do 100 miles an hour, safely, how fast would you go?
The speed limit.
Mario would go the speed limit. Because he is a law-abiding citizen. That's the end of that. Yep. Anybody else? How fast would you go if you had a wheel that could do 100 miles an hour safely? How fast would you go? These biscuits have been in my drawer for ages because we haven't been eating biscuits because of the diet thing. They taste like my desk smells.
Oh.
It's sort of infused into the chocolate. It smells a bit new desky, which is a bit off-putting. But there was only 2 left, so yes, there's only 2. Curtish 8892 space H would go 99 if he could do 100 safely. Sliders and gliders would do 100 miles per hour. So therein lies the issue, you see. So if we had a wheel that did 200 miles an hour, everyone would go 200 miles an hour, wouldn't they? Where does it stop? Tom Timmy, hey, I'm new, I want to get into EUC. I've been looking for a starter, stumbled along this website and the prices seem too good to be true. Any chance you could take a look? If you've linked something, it's not showing. Marcus from Sweden, 30 miles per hour. Anything over that feels like kamikaze speed to me. He doesn't want to die yet. That seems pretty legit. I don't think anyone in their right mind wants to go at 50 miles per hour, at least not on any wheel smaller than a Monster Pro. It's Curtis, not Curtish, even though it's Curtish 8892. Is it Curtis H? Probably your surname, I suspect. Sliders, gliders, Tom Timmy, 16X is a good wheel. There's a lot of love for 16X. Just had a phone call, probably 45 minutes before this started. Someone wanting to buy a 16X, but they don't make them at the moment because of the old battery shortages. So there's a massive amount of shortages at the moment.
There's an article I found.
Mario has found an article and ripped off its content. So we'll look at that in a minute. Mr. and Mrs. Wheels, 88 miles per hour and go back into the future. There we go. Or forward. You'd be mental to go that fast. 100 miles an hour. Would I? I'd probably have a go at that on the track. If there's a track as in like a straight road that wasn't on a normal road. As a one-off to see what it felt like. You imagine getting a speed wobble on at 100 miles an hour. You wouldn't have the time to slow that down, would you? You definitely wouldn't. It would just, you'd be out of control and off in a very catastrophic accident. Tesla is an excellent wheel, most underrated wheel. So they quit making the 16X, you were saying? No, they're not quit making it. They just cannot get the batteries. So loads of wheels are not available at this point in time. Veteran Sherman being one of those. Couple of months at least until those become available again. Tesla's a 16-inch in answer to your question. So then we've got the 16X not there. So the only thing we could order from Kingston was a KSS 18. I think it was the only wheel they could actually get available. No, I can't check the messages. But it was something like that. We bought whatever they had. And the 18XLs I don't think were available. No, my phone's on my desk. 18XLs weren't available. And nor was the 16X, which we tried to order. They won't be for quite some time. Arthur Mao, 100 miles per hour and running after bailing. Yeah, going to be difficult, isn't it? Yeah, you get a bit of a tank slapper on. You're going to be off that, aren't you? Earl Jean has just sent in a video, Mario. So that's good. That can go on next week's one, can it? Oh, thank you for my phone. Very kind. Excellent.
Oh, I'll check.
Check that we got it.
Yeah.
Good idea. Let me have a little look at the messages. See if I can tell you what wheels they had available. There's a massive problem with supply because of events of the last year. It's starting to impact now, all these shutdowns. People think, oh, are we all opening back up? But there's a lot worse to come, sadly. So how do I find this? I've got to try and find this because I'm going to know. Somewhere I'll try and find the answer for you. It's finding the chats. There's been so many chats. No, I don't know. What if I search KS16X? It will come up and show me where I'm at.
Yeah, we got the video.
Okay, Friday. We got the video, did we?
Yeah, it's I see the email.
So replying to Mario actually asking about batteries, we not have updated news for the batteries of the 18L, 18XL, 16X, 16S, 14D and 14S. So they can't produce any of those at the moment. Yeah, slightly frustrating. As I say, Vectron have stopped production of the Sherman because they can't get hold of the batteries as well. So pretty incredible, really. Massive problemos across the board. There's loads of scooter manufacturers and stuff like that as well. Can't get the stuff either. Yeah, there could be old models, Tom, when you're asking about that. That's why the price is so cheap. Possibly sat around for a long period of time, maybe, depending where it is. Also, it looks like importing anything from the EU is going to cost us a bit more. Yeah, it is going that way. The rules are changing again. InMotion, Ian Williams. InMotion is Ian Williams with the most wheels ever. InMotion V8, 2 MSX 100 volts, plus KSS 18. Total mileage just over 14,000 miles. Wokingham, Berkshire. Been riding 3 years. 18XL with a higher voltage and current board and 18x3 tyre. Better headlight and speakers, I would think, would be a hit. People always love the platform. Yeah, it sold really well, the 18XL. I really want to go on a group ride, but I have to drive a minimum of 1 hour to find a group. Where are you based? Tell us where you're based. By the way, saw a pic of Kuji at King Song's office yesterday. Maybe they're planning a new product launch. Possibly. You never know. Is it because 18650 batteries or with the new terminal battery will work, just use them? Not sure, don't know. Any suggestions on the second-hand market and where to find them apart from your website? I'm on the newsletter. So we've got 3 used wheels at the moment on our site, I think. V11, InMotion V11.
And V10.
A V10.
Yeah.
And is it the RS? High speed, RS high speed. Yes, the RS high speed. It's not on the site though.
No.
It's on electricpeople.org in the for sale section. I'm in Ohio, USA, so not many riders other than a few select cities. You could get over to electricpeople.org and post up anyone from Ohio and see if anyone else wants to get in there along with that. You never know. They might do. So what's the Facebook page for used unicycles, Mary? You mentioned it today.
Yeah, if you go on Facebook, I think it's Electric Unicycle Marketplace.
Possibly Electric Unicycle Marketplace on Facebook. You could try there for used wheels. Otherwise, we do have 3 available. These biscuits are taking a beating in the drawer. So, ever so nice. Made a massive mess. Not to worry though.
Can you do split window?
Split window.
Yeah.
Dangerous, 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 Mario. Get me to do things whilst we're live. There we are.
Yeah.
I've done split window. Now what?
That's perfect.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh yeah. Look at that. I can even read the comments from there. Okay. So we're talking about electric people. You can probably see electric people on here. Can they see electric people on here? Section in there. And there you have it. So there's stuff on there that's for sale that people list up. We've got a scooter on there as well. A couple of scooters. Okay. All sorts of stuff on there that you can go in. Yeah, yeah. Right, what's the first article? We're talking about congestion, weren't we, at the ports and stuff? And did you have something on batteries, did you say?
Yeah, so there is a picture. So these are some articles.
Where'd you get them from? Is it on the right hand side, is it?
Yeah.
Lithium ion, I see, yeah.
It is a video.
It is a video, we can play the video, can't I? The US is facing a lithium-ion battery shortage as electric vehicle production ramps up. This was April the 8th, 2021. So, fairly recent news. I mean, it's this year.
Yeah, it's this year.
Yeah, Mario's just smiling. He's like, yeah, it's this year.
And it's last month because it's not June yet.
Correct. And it's still last month, not 2 months ago. Should we have another look at that video? Could it be interesting? Is it interesting? I'll be the judge of that. Let's max it out.
We're at a very critical time in our industry. The benefits, the support.
That's an advert. This is an advert that is... Oh, it'll end in 22. Wow, that is a long advert. And you can't skip it. Oh my goodness. Right, so ultimately continue to grapple with semiconductor shortage. Some experts say the next supply chain crisis for the US could involve lithium-ion batteries, as companies like GM, Ford, and a slew of startups ramp up. You haven't mentioned Tesla in there. Oh, there we are. Through its manufacturing facilities, including Tesla's. Though the US has a handful of large-scale battery manufacturing facilities, including Tesla's Gigafactory. Okay. Oh, we got more adverts. Have we? No. It's the article now.
Battery is made for all types of vehicles, so soon everyone can drive an EV.
So this F-150 prototype is all electric.
China sold roughly 1 million more EVs than the US last year, but domestic automakers are finally getting serious about going electric. While Tesla has dominated the US industry for years, Ford and General Motors recently announced major investments in the space.
They are announcing that they are setting a target of being fully electric. That's the goal by 2035.
If we're looking over the next 10 to 15 years, you're probably going to see more change in the automotive industry than we've seen in the previous 100 years.
Volkswagen, Jaguar, Land Rover, Toyota, and Volvo have also made big commitments, planning to rapidly ramp up production of EVs in the coming 5 years. Problem is, electric cars run on lithium-ion batteries, and the US is in short supply.
It's a long video.
And so it doesn't take much looking ahead to realize...
So far, they've told us electric cars run on batteries.
Have enough electric batteries.
The fact that the US is building 1 gigafactory, or the equivalent of 1 gigafactory every 4 months, and China's building 1 every week. China's in tune with the pace of what's happening here, and the US at the moment isn't.
China has nearly 100 large-scale battery manufacturing plants, while the US has just 4. If current trends continue, projections for the next decade continuing to lag far behind, and relying on China for battery imports is neither cost-effective nor good for national security.
Should the U.S. become over-reliant on Chinese batteries, well, it would be so simple. Just the Chinese would say, sorry, we don't have enough supply for you.
Biden's messaging around the need for more EVs could incentivize battery manufacturers to invest more heavily in the U.S. market. But even if they all started planning facilities today, they probably still face a temporary shortage, inevitably delaying the...
So, we've got all of that. We've got all of those issues, along with the other issue, which I think... let me have a little look. I can't see that somewhere. I sent Mario an image. I wonder if it's stored on here. There it is. Boom. Oh, he's changed the screen. Mario, change the screen back. If you're still with me. There we are. Asia. So impact on freight. One of the busiest ports in China has suspended its export operations due to congestion and recent coronavirus outbreak, which resulted in labour shortage. The closure came into effect at 10 p.m. local time on the 25th of May and will remain in place until the 27th of May. Vessel schedules out of Shenzhen will be affected by this disruption, the extent of which is yet unknown. This is further compounding the issues currently felt by the ocean freight trade out of Asia, as recently reported. Yes. Mega problems afoot. Getting stuff in and out. This is like proper little bulletins that come through daily. In. What was that, Mario? Who was it?
I'll go and check because...
What did they say?
No, I couldn't pick up the phone.
Brilliant. Well done. Good man.
So you can change the screens.
Yeah. Thanks. Take your time though, just yes. Yeah. Brilliant. Okay, that's that missed, whoever that was out there. So there's huge delays, and things like this, shutting ports down, is just unbelievable. I mean, when we had, what did we have last night? Oh, our veteran shipment, when that went to leave, it sat there for 2 weeks when they were waiting for a ship to go on. Usually, by the end of the week, it would have been put on a container ship and then left. 2 weeks in, I chased them up and said, you know, what ship's it on? Can I have the vessel name, please? They're like, no, I ain't gone yet. I was like, whoa, okay, why is that? And it's just because of the congestion and the lack of ships to put it all on. So the impact's going to be felt far and wide across multiple different things. So yeah, an interesting one. But yeah, troublesome. Let me go back to the live chat so I can see what you guys are saying. Check it out. If you buy anything outside of Great Britain now, all these companies charge you delivery fee, plus your bank will charge you for non-British expenditure. Yeah, correct. Yes, you get hit by a transaction fee essentially for converting from Great British pound to the other currency, which is nothing new. There was a currency charge before, but some companies may charge you in Great British pound, so you would avoid that. But any bad bearings on the V11 you got a few weeks ago? I presume that's what you mean. So the V11s we got in, so far no reported issues on those. He's back again.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Parcel to go.
Oh, okay.
I think for UK paintball.
Dropped it off, or?
It was just by the door.
Oh, okay. Do you see the EUC market growing in the past 3 years or stagnating? I would say it's growing over the 3-year period. Any rumours about new Kingston wheels? Not heard anything at all, no. Slides and Gliders says, Okra, I'm in West Virginia. I have some trails to ride if you're ever this way. Check us out on YouTube. We have a battery shortage and silicon shortage, which are both bad for the EV market. Absolutely, correct. Yeah, bit of a major problem really on that front. So what have we got here, Mary? You said Segway e-moped, C80. What's this to do with? Tell me more. Just a point of interest, is it?
Yes.
Segway e-moped. Is there a video or not? Segway e-moped C80. Hands-on with Segway's first smart e-bike. And man, oh man, is that ugly. They've done a really good job of making that ugly, haven't they? Fair play to them. That must take quite a lot of effort to design something that looks like that. Thoughts on that? What does anyone think? Does everyone think that's a beautiful machine? Do you look at that and think, oh, really fancy one of those? Man, oh man. Well, that's a disappointing start, isn't it? C80. It's abandoned the mall cop looking scooters of its past. It means Segways. And now makes some of the most interesting electric rideables on the market. Some of the most interesting rideables on the market, okay. The C80 is its first attempt at an e-bike, but it also likes to call it an e-moped. What's the difference, you may ask? Mainly, unlike a gas, petrol, moped, you don't need insurance to drive this thing around. I bet you do if you're in the UK. The Segway C80 has a maximum speed of 20 miles per hour at full throttle and is not meant to be pedalled. The pedals and cranks on this bike are not like traditional ones, which makes pedaling uncomfortable. I literally cannot pedal this bike without falling over. But you're told not to use them in the instructor's manual, so why are they there? Segway says they are a safeguard for the rider if the battery dies. But since they're essentially unusable, I think they're because removing them would classify this device as something other than an e-bike, which potentially more restrictions. Now, so like a traditional moped, here we go, a push. So what they've designed is a push maxi probably. So have a little look, see if I can find it. No, we want a pedal one. Has that got pedals on it? There we go, that's what they've designed. So can we get this image? Open image in new tab. This is what they've designed. So they've gone back to the 1970s, 80s, and they've put their effort into and resource into making one of these lovely devices. And you can see the pedals here, lovely, and there's the chain. And yeah, that's what they've essentially come up with. So let's go back to the, there we are, so top there, zoom this one in. So there's that. You've got your pedals here, as you can see, just about there. You've got the pedals and the chain. And then here you got the pedals and the chain with a lovely looking seat. Similar, flat seat, no real shape to it. They got a back thing here for putting bags and things on, probably on the back there. Back thing here, even got little side sales baskets on the side. Rounded headlight, you see here, see the rounded headlight? What they've done, I think the design team have done, is they've looked at this and they've made an electric version of this. Everything's pretty similar, to be fair. Except for they haven't copied the upside down forks on this one, nor the twin shock on the back. But other than that, I think it's the same. If that was yellow, you'd have the same thing, basically. You wouldn't tell the difference. Where were we? Come on, let's stop messing about. Let's stop ripping into this thing. But it is ugly. 24 amp hour battery has a range of about 47 to 52 miles, so that'd be 30 in reality, which is one of the longer ranges I've tested and definitely held up to the claim on Biggest Ride. You can charge it by plugging it directly into the bike, or you can remove the battery and take it inside like I did. Okay. Look at that shot with a 360 camera. There you go. Yeah, not keen on that at all. Can I zoom back out? Yeah. Yeah. What do you think of it, Mario? Would you commute from Cheltenham into work?
Probably not.
Positive, isn't it? Oh, what? Let me kill that. Let me keep that up there. Kill that one. What have we got here, Mario? Tell me more. We've got, shall I go left to right? Or right to left?
Left to right.
Left to right. Okay. Alien Rides. Hi, folks. Thought I'd let you know about a wheel that we've partnered up with Begode to make. The 2700 watt-hour Nikola AR Plus. New 21700 top battery resulting in a total of 2700 watt hours. Additional lights on the side panel and new rear light. New pedal clips, footplate clips, ensuring that the footplates stay up but don't scuff the side panels. Black motherboard for improved current handling. 2-year warranty. I hope this is the first of many wheel evolutions we're going to release. If you're interested, you can find it here. Will this enlarge? It will enlarge. I can even zoom in. Where's the little toggle's gone? Can't move left or right anymore. Uh-oh. There it is there. So, thoughts on that one? What are people's thoughts on that? I am now stuck on this page, unable to come out of it. So I can kill that. Am I back in the room? There we go. So it's got bigger battery capacity basically and a few tweaks to make it look a little bit nicer. There we go. What are people commenting on that, I wonder? Let me scroll up. Wrong way. Hello all, Monster Pro, 5,500 kilometers so far, 5,000 kilometers on the Sherman, 800 kilometers on the S18, 400 on the MSP, and other before Warsaw, Poland. Wrong way, you need to send some more viewers' videos in. You're an avid submitter of the 1 minute video at one point. Rob Hitch is in the house. Hi all. Too many wheels. They're going to send me a BMS 2 weeks time for Wrong Way Sherman, which failed. I thought it was crazy it had pedals on it, but they said they're not really to be used on the review that I seen. Correct. Same with the push. You could actually get the push going just by pushing down a hill and then just bump starting it rather than actually pedaling. So what's the explanation for the sparkly hat? Well, this is my traditional wear. Well, this is not really. It's Mario's traditional wear, isn't it, Mario? It's a Bulgarian traditional hat, isn't it?
No, not really.
Why is it not a... I thought it was. Hold on.
Been missing for...
Have I? Bulgarian traditional hat. It's going to be brilliant if I can come up with a hat that looks like this, isn't it? Mario's now sweating, thinking, oh, please don't have a hat like that. No, it's nothing like that, is it? No.
Nope.
No, I think that's a no, isn't it? Oh, now he's screen shared. Yeah, yeah. What's these dudes here? No, they got no lights on it. They're not as cool, are they? So yeah, never mind. So this hat was sent in by Marcus, wasn't it? Is it Marcus that sent the hat in? I think it was. Pretty sure it was. As a viewer's submission to the show. So it's got lights on it, as you might be able to tell. You can have different modes. It's basically a tech hat. Different lights on it. And it still works after all these years. And for some reason it was on the desk when I walked in. And Mary said, put that hat on. So I did. There you go. Let me have a little look. Oh my goodness. Do you guys think EUC is harder, easier to learn compared to bicycle? We got a few harders. Yeah, 2 of those actually. I don't remember getting so many bruises on my legs when I was learning how to ride EUC, so I'd agree it's on the harder side. I found it fairly easy to ride the unicycle. So, and Mary, you rode this before you rode a bicycle, didn't you?
Yeah.
You didn't take what 2 hours? You had it nailed in 2 hours, didn't you? It's about that, wasn't it?
To stand on it.
Yeah.
But then probably like a few hours.
Yeah.
Around.
Ian, you use a lot of GoPros. Have you ever had any problems downloading footage? Never have issues with GoPros at all. Never have issues with GoPros. As my GoPro 7 broke, so I got a GoPro 9, and I only get sound when downloading the footage. Anyhow, it would be good. I don't think we've ever had that, have we? Only having sound.
We haven't had that problem.
No, we've never had that problem. But I can tell you now, we have loads of problems with the GoPros. And I think a lot of it's to do with the Hero mod. But then you probably haven't got a Hero mod. Have you got a Hero mod?
Media mod.
Media mod, yeah, not a Hero mod. A Media mod, so with the microphone. We found out the other day, when you plug it into an M1 MacBook with the Media mod attached, you can't see the GoPro at all, not or even on image capture. If you take it out of the Media mod and plug it directly into the USB port on the GoPro, it then works. We had one today, which we've had before a couple of times, where it says you must use only, or we recommend you only use official GoPro batteries when there's an official GoPro battery in it. We have them not turning off, we have them not turning on. We have them freezing and chewing up the cards, so the only way to recover, well, you can't recover the footage, you just have to format it and bring it back round. We've had it where it says you must format this, but then actually when you turn it off and turn it back on again, it works fine. You've had no end of issues with them. But they are really handy just to carry around. It's just really frustrating that you get so many problems with them, so yes. Can Mario ride an EUC better than he can drive the Micra? I'll hand that question over to Mario, who may be able to answer that.
Probably.
Probably. Good conversation. My Hero 98 Black with Media mod works splendidly since a year or so. Always works, maybe except GPS speed feature. We haven't upgraded yet to the 98. We haven't time traveled. So it's a long way to go. We're only on the 9, so we're quite away from you. And he said, sorry, Hero 8 below. But I'm reading it in the order it came in, so I got the chance to take the mic. The Hero 8, yes, I don't think. We had hardly any issues, did we? With any of the other GoPros we've had. This is bespoke to the 9. We had the issue with recording in slow motion on the other one, but that was card issue.
Yeah.
Once we upgraded the cards, that worked fine. Batteries ran down real quick from my memory, but other than that, it's fine, yeah. Jan says, hi Ian, could you recommend getting a suspension wheel? V11, KSS18 or V12? V12 is not suspension. No. Versus a non-suspension one, it will be my first wheel. Having a hard time figuring out that suspension perimeter out, as you seem to sacrifice performance and or capacity when selecting the suspension wheels. I actually really enjoy, say the wheel I enjoy at the moment, so I'm still riding, not getting many miles on because the weather's been so bad, is the EX. I'm so pleasantly surprised with it. It's a real rigid wheel with suspension and high battery capacity. And that suspension is like really poor in comparison to the V11 or the KSS18 because it's not so smooth. It's not doing this all the time. Every time you go over bumps. But But I actually like that because I can ride like a rigid wheel. It's real solid and responsive. But then you hit something real, like a pothole, massive pothole, and you're not looking, or you're chatting to someone, you hit something, it takes the impact. So from that point of view, I lean towards not having suspension because of the things you just mentioned, which is that you get a bigger battery capacity. And so you do sacrifice some of that performance, definitely. And you're higher up as well with suspension wheels. There's definitely a place for them. If you've got a bad back, like I've got, or you've got bad knees or anything else like that, it's really nice having suspension. The V11's lovely on the roads. So, yeah. The EX. You said, which wheel is that? I'm talking about the EX, which I don't think we've got on our site. I'm not sure we've got on our site. It might not be visible. We've got EX and the EXNs coming in. Suspension is good for old people with a bad back, like me, says Kurt. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a lifesaver in a lot of cases. So if you want to get a suspension wheel, I don't think you're going to regret it unless you want to do a huge amount of mileage. Then the only thing you can really do is go without suspension. But then you've got to think about the tyre size and your tyre pressure and stuff like that. So you can alleviate a lot of the bumpiness if you have a nice squidgy tyre, not too low, otherwise you get more punctures, or you pinch the tyre and get a puncture. So you can play off. If you've got a nice big thick tyre on a wheel, then you can get away with having a lower PSI and therefore having better suspension. And riding with bent knees helps as well. So Marcus has asked how are the bearings on the batch of the V11 you got a couple of weeks ago, which I thought you've asked already, or someone else has already asked that question. We've got no returns yet, whatever that means. It's only a couple of weeks ago, so we'll find out and report back. They're the newer motors, so we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Next thing on the list that Mario's got, we've done the Alien Rides Nicola. We have now got the Iron Pro 100 officially launched in Korea, and this is Mario's pick of the week. Is the music really good, Mario? It was on mute. Is that intentional? Or?
It's not great music.
Motor. That app looks not great, does it? Is that in kilometers? Yeah, it's kilometers. It's not that quick though, is it? Yeah. I don't know. Don't know what to think of that. Not a clue. Don't know what to say about that. Looks like all the other wheels. Is this the same thing, Mara? This next.
It's just.
It's the Iron Pro SP. Is that a different wheel or the same wheel? That needs riding up there, doesn't it? That silver thing. We should be riding up here. Yeah. Look at it. Right. Anyway, let's try this thing. It's like Captain America in it, isn't it? The old colour schemes. Yeah, bit of heavy metal. You have to have heavy metal music when you're riding around on a wheel, so you can annoy everybody. Let's have another look. Oh, snap goes the footplate now. It's just nothing screaming out to me that there's anything overly special about that. It seems a bit meh.
There's a screenshot from a forum, a guy that has the same motor.
Yeah.
Because it's the GT16.
Oh, okay.
The rock wheel.
Fitted into it, yeah. Stupid music. Yeah, nothing really. Has it got suspension or not?
No.
It kind of looked like it was bouncing along there, that it did, but... Yeah, meh. Okay, and then what's this one? Ninja Potato.
This is the channel.
Their channel, so if you wanted to go and have a look at more of that stuff, there it is. Ninja Potato. And next up, Mario's got me a push. No, he hasn't, that's me. I posted that earlier. Is that all the news stories you got, Mario?
There's the screenshot in the downloads folder.
Is that of the port being closed?
No.
Oh. There's screenshot.
Downloads.
Into downloads. It's called screenshot.
Yeah.
What, the Woodland Asia one?
No, the other one.
The other one? Okay, let's have another look. So, maximize that. So why go into a crowded space, compete with numbers, more watts, more speed, now suspension. That space is saturate. MSX, monster, blah, blah, blah. Going bigger also increase manufacturing complexity, weight, price problem. Most riders suffer from one issue, range anxiety. If they're given a choice to get a small, light, stable unicycle, which has got 1,000 to 1,500 watt-hour, I think many would skip speeds above 30 kilometers an hour, the huge motor suspension and all the BS. The GT16 has many good things, which I will go into later, but why not just focus on fixed what is wrong, addressing all the complaints and showing people you care about the products. Okay, here are a few issues on the GT16. No automotive disengage button when you pick up the wheel. The trolley handle's stuck. It is a dangerous in a collision and breaks easily. Looks rubbish too. Makes the wheel hard to handle. The MOSFET on the battery pack to protect the battery, which may cut off the... Only Rockwheel does this. The noise, it's so noisy due to poor engineering. Wow, okay. And sorry to say this, but Iron Korea sounds crap. No brand has their country in their name. Iron, question mark, Rockwheel is a better brand and you should keep it or license it. I would personally just get one wheel, one good wheel out through the door. Oh well, okay. Is that someone, what is that to do with, Mary? That's someone that's seen that video and then commented on it, or what?
Yeah, there's a thread.
Yeah. Getting slammed in the forums, basically. So, there we go. You're going to have to ring Amy. She's clearly forgotten. It'll be me each week now ringing her, saying, excuse me, can you ring in? Because you've forgotten again. Suspension is good. SCT, so EX. So, an EX may then, maybe. Possibly, Jan. Possibly. You can write in. Also, what you can do is you can go to Electric People and you can type in which in the search bar, as you will see there where it says which electric unicycle is best for me. And that's under a discussion within Electric People. Let me just zoom that along a little bit. There we go. And you can see it here, which electric unicycle. Click on that. And then which electric unicycle is best for me. And in there, you've got a video which helps you choose the best electric unicycle for you. There you go. And you answer those questions in there. And it should give you some idea of, yeah, some idea of which wheel to get first time round. So, oh, we've just got a post posted up. Here we go, Kingsong International. Kuju will be coming to Kingsong today to test a new wheel and we can get some live feedback. Does it have suspension? That's it. That's just a little hint at the, yeah. There we go. That's on electricpeople.org if you want to pop over there and have a little look. Just posted up, I believe. Let's go home. Yeah, that's just been posted up. Okay. Good stuff. Couldn't get on with the S18 low range. Battery not great. Went for RS high torque. That's a big ode or Gotway. RS high torque. Bearing still good after 600 plus miles. Excellent stuff. That was EL420. Is there anything you recommend to get when you get a new wheel? Asked Cameron. Helmet. Some good protective clothing. And you should be good to go. Do you think electric scooters and EUCs will ever be legal in England? Yeah, I think so, definitely. Why not? Can't see a reason why not. I mean, cars were a massive problem when they first came out, so were bicycles. Well, with cars, someone had to walk in front of them with a flag because they were so dangerous. Same colour schemes as Iron Man, that's why I think they called it Iron Pro. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Why does it have a roll bar in the back but not the front? That is not a roll bar, that is a trolley handle, I believe. So that's how trolley handles used to be mounted. So you used to have them on the ACM, you used to be able to get a trolley, I think we still got them in stock actually, or was it for the MCM4? I think we got trolley handles, where you bolt them and screw them onto the back of the body. So they don't come with inbuilt trolley handles, you have to attach them. Those things have changed fairly significantly, I would have said. What was I going to show you on here? Mario's been spamming the forums again. Has anyone ever done this? And this is Matt. Has posted up his Z10 puncture repair. So rather than stripping the entire wheel down, he's plugging it with what I call dog turds. What did you look up, Mario?
Tire turd.
Tire turd. We used to use them on trials bikes and things like that.
Laid out. Ground pit stop is tyre plugs. Got some glue because people have said it works.
There we go.
Better, and some pliers to get the offending bit of whatever out of the tyre. So as it's a nice day, I'm going to take the Z10 outside. Do it on the path. You can see how flat the tyre is. That should be quite a deep curve, that, and it's just almost straight across. So
so here we go. So where's the offending? Can you remember where it is? It's there, is it? Or is he cleaning the tyre down?
It's that was quite good. I could have probably got home quite easily on the flat without damaging the rim or anything. Anyway, I thought I'd give the tyre a bit of a clean. Let's have it.
And then we got...
That's the offending article.
There it is.
What that is, we shall find out. But it went straight through the tyre, and there was no hope for it. I would have thought it would have taken quite a lot to puncture that tyre at the speeds I'd be going at on the Z10, but the right thing will just go straight through. So anyway, I'm trying to get it out now with the pliers and having a little bit of difficulty because it's fairly flush. So I think I'll cut at this point and then actually use some needle nose pliers instead to actually get it out. Trying to hold the camera. There it is, straight in.
Oh yeah,
a
wow.
Bit of brown bottle glass. The pointy end
bottle glass, look at that, looks good tough.
Was the bit that went straight in, and that was it, game over. So that's the sort of cut. So it's made a slight lateral cut rather than a round one, but I think the kit should be able to handle that because the plugs are fairly chunky size. So these are the tools that come with the Ground Pit Stop kit. There's the black silicone plug with a reamer tool, and then various gadgets that allow you to, like a sort of like a screw type thing to push the plug into the hole. And a knife to trim, and a prodder, which you're advised to use first. So I guess that's just to get any dirt, any obstruction out of the way of the hole, and just make a sort of workable channel. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just giving it a good prodding. Fnar. Yeah, baby. Right, and now it's very sexy. It's sexual, isn't it? I've got to remix now.
Brilliant. That's Matt for you.
Right, I'm never quite sure how much you're supposed to do here, and I would have thought sort of you don't actually want to make the hole bigger than it is.
And then we get to the bit where
well, the next stage, and then you
puts the old turd in.
Supposed to be going on, and once it's in, the hole. And then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to unscrew the prodder, so you're leaving the funnel.
So yes, it's a tubeless tyre in the Z10. As someone's pointing there, wouldn't that only work with tubeless tyres? Yes, correct.
You're basically
Z10
now
is
ready
tubeless.
to receive the mushroom.
You would use like Holt's tyre weld in a tube tyre.
Sitting in your plugging tool.
This is a lot more in depth than the ones we used to use. You just get the prong and just slam it in there and pull it back out again.
Let's go and sort that bit out. Yeah, there we go. So we now screw the plugging tool into the funnel. where we've just taken the prodder out, so everything just interchanges.
How much?
Swap tools.
I think 30.
30 quid. Yeah. The kit was 30 quid, yeah. Mind you, the tyres for these are really expensive, aren't they, you say?
And then what you do is you basically then screw down tightly. I got this bit wrong the first time. I didn't push it hard enough, and I pulled the thing out, and the plug was still actually in the tool. So I did it again and pushed it all the way down, made sure the screwed tool just couldn't go any further. And as you saw there, there's the when you pull the funnel out with the plugging tool, the plug just pressure at all, but which is fantastic. So it's time for a test run.
There we go. So get you back on the road, so especially if you carried that kit with you.
This is about.
You can actually.
Nearly 2 hours later.
You can just ride around. It's quite good, really.
Plug in the tyre. Nice big fat bulgy tyre. So that's the sort of curve we should be looking at. Nice sort of like
there you go.
Round curve, which is the classic Z10 tyre shape. But
riding around on it.
Down the path.
Didn't even have to take the whole wheel apart to replace the inner tube. So if you've got a tubeless tyre, then you can use these sorts of things.
Right, I think you probably remember me saying that I put about 20.
There we are.
From what I can see.
Boom. There we go. So that's a real easy way of plugging your tyre up, basically. So, but as pointed out, if it's not tubeless, let's have a little look. So this is the sort of stuff. No, let's type that wrong. Let's try this. So Holt's Tyre Weld. Holt's Tyre Weld. Here we go. This is the sort of stuff I'm talking about. So if you were out and about, and it does work on tubeless as well, but it works really, really well with a tubed tyre. You just fill that. That's what I've used before. In fact, that's what we tried to fix John's Sherman with in a video we did a few weeks ago. But sadly, didn't really need it because his whole rim had broken. That's probably why I had a puncture in the first place, but there we are. So that's that sort of stuff that you can get. So you can either use the, what I call a dog turd, or a turd. Tyre turd, that's what we like to call them. Or you can use Holt's Tyre Weld. So either of those two, I definitely recommend. If you can get one of them, or both of them, and carry both around, you're going to be absolutely sorted, aren't you? There's nothing worse than getting a puncture out on the roads and finding that you've got nothing to fix it with. You need to push it back about 10 miles or get an Uber or something. So carry that in your toolkit, definitely. Probably better off, rather than getting it from Speedy Feet, i.e. us, you probably want to go and get it from your local shop, unless you're completely stuffed, because you have to go FedEx because it's pressurised canister, which means it's 8 quid. So Rickson Jack says, last time I seen that used by John, it blew up. It did. In fact, we didn't use Holt's Tyre Weld, we used some other third-party tyre weld stuff. Yeah, we used a tub of that and his rim exploded because his rim was fractured. So as soon as we put pressure into the tyre, it pulled that rim apart, which is a bit annoying. So yeah. What else we got, Mario, on electric people? You see anything? 500 kilometre feedback by Andre. Good man. Oh, in priority, which would be better? I appreciate there are options missing. If the difference, please, in the comments. So you'd have to comment out. Yes, tyres will lose their pressure over time, and also your vehicle will lose electric power over time. The tyre thing happens to all vehicles with tyres. It does. It escapes. Comment, yeah, there we are. So there's all these different questions and polls and stuff on electric people that you can go and answer. Mario hasn't answered any of them, I see. Shame. Real shame. Yeah. Never mind. Right, okay, go over to electricpeople.org and comment on those. There's this one here. I'm going to put in here for Mario because Mario's interested. Interesting. There we go. Boom. Mario's commented on that. I forced him to comment on it. Right, so we will be back on the vlog on a Monday, or if you're a Patreon supporter, you'll probably get that on a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday. tend to get it early. So we release stuff early on the Patreon platform. Probably a link below to that, maybe. But if not, got any questions or you've got any viewers' videos, then you can email in. So info@samson.media for your viewers' videos. So there we go. So email there, you see it on the screen, you email your viewers' video in. We've got one for next week already. So send them in, whatever it is, whether it's you falling off, being stupid or whatever. So send them in. Any questions, email info@speedyfeet.co.uk and I'll try and help you answer them. And we will see you, or you'll see us, Monday. Up until then, have a good one, ride safe, and I'm going to try and get some miles on the Monster Pro this evening and finish off the range test so we can put a video out, finally, on a wheel. So thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you then. Have a good bank holiday. It's bank holiday in the UK. This Monday coming, isn't it, Mary?
Yeah.
It is, yeah? Mary will probably be committed and coming, I suspect, anyway.
No.
No, you won't, no. Okay, cheers guys, have a good week.